aisle and I was talking to this woman, and then suddenly within 3 minutes we were talking about menopause. My husband came in the aisle, he heard, he turned and he walked away. And they don't know, the men don't do this. I mean, how many friends do your husbands have? 1 to 3 maybe, and they expect us to be one of them.
What did Jesus do? Before he performed countless miracles, before he broke bread and fed thousands of people, he gave thanks. Before he raised Lazarus from the dead, he gave thanks. The Last Supper, he gave thanks. It's so important. And my husband says, "You look exhausted." I said, "I am. I'm going to go take a nap if that's okay. Do you need help with dinner, or is that all right?" And he says, "No, it's fine. Go ahead." I said, "Okay." So I went over and I laid down, and that desire to control started welling up inside of me. And I hear him make a noise in the kitchen, and I start listening to the enemy who is telling me he's mad at you because you're not helping with Easter dinner, which you always do, and you haven't set the table, and so-and-so's not going to be able to get the, the nice china out, so it won't be as nice, and I just went, wait a minute, what'd he say? What's true? What is true? Truth is, I'm tired, he knew that, he told me to take a nap, and I'm on it. That's truth. The thing we have to realize when we're talking about having a healthy relationship with ourselves and with other people is that perceptions are just that. They're perceptions, and a lot of the time, they're based on lies. Jim comes home after a week being in Europe, walks in the door, and everybody greets him. The dog's going nuts. The kids are like, "Hey, glad to see you." And I'm like, "Hey, baby, I missed you." And I put my arms around him and give him a kiss. Dinner is ready. He sits down. We eat dinner. We talk about his trip. We talk about the kids and what they've been doing. There's all this stuff. And we then, after dinner, we go and he reads his newspaper and we have conversation. I fold some clothes. The kids do their homework. Everything's fine. Everybody goes to bed. That sounds so boring and mundane, but I gotta tell you, that's a huge deal. My husband travels. And for years in our marriage, when he would come home, we would have this crisis called re-entry. And it was ugly. It was ugly. The conflicts that would come from that were things that could have totally been avoided. And whether your husband's traveling or whether he's just showing up or whether you're just coming together at any moment of the day or you're dealing with each other all day long because you're both retired or one of you is, there's conflict opportunity. And what we're going to talk about is what do you do, how do you keep from causing a conflict when you have a difference of opinion or when things are just different? How do you engage with somebody so you don't start a ruckus? When I figured out how to communicate respect and encourage this guy, whether he deserved it or not, things started changing in our marriage, and they will do that in yours as well. If you will choose to obey God's stuffing your stuff down and wandering around, or are you going to be like, "Oh, it's good to see you"? Are you laughing? Because you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I want you to try that on, and I want you to tell your partner, "Oh, it's good to see you." And I want to see some hips swaying and a little bit of, when's the last time you did this with your hair? You think I'm kidding. I am not. Ready, go. Come on. Let's go, girls. Come on. Come on, bring it. Bring it, bring it. Woo! This girl's got it going on. That's it, baby. I'm glad I'm having to cut you off. All right, you may be seated. Okay, I saw something so exciting in here. I saw a woman take her ponytail, rip it out of her hair, and go like this. The number one most attractive thing to a man is not a size 6 figure and size D breasts, ladies. It's not. It's confidence. He married you. And I don't know about you, but I'm so sick of my body. I had like 20 years that I liked it, and then it's just all downhill from there. You know, you go in, you get a mammogram, it's like bring it back when you're done. What are we going to do? Are we going to complain and be all self-conscious about it? Or are we going to be proud of what we got because he gave it to us? This is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Everyone say, "I am a temple of the Holy Spirit."
I am a temple of the Holy Spirit.
That's right, girl. So when you walk in that house tonight...